What actions can people of faith and those who value freedom take to support the push for freedom in Taiwan, Hong Kong, and China?
I think the key is continue our belief and also our faith about God. Okay? And this is not just by lip service. It's about some kind of more knowledge about the evil. Okay? I think that's important. It's not just the knowledge about what is good, but your knowledge about what is bad. Okay? What is bad, like communism, is a very kind of thing that is spread to the US in recent years. And in a very subtle and also distorted manner that can hide away, conceal away its true identity. And then when there is class struggle alleged by Karl Marx, okay, nowadays it's along the Michel Foucault lines, the three lines. It's about the gender, it's about race, it's about the environmentalism. And this added 1 + 3 class, gender, race, environmentalism makes the whole thing struggling all the things. And it's distorting our common sense and also distorting our way of believing things. Okay. So this kind of distortion is not that we are holding back some very conservative ideas. It's because it is really, you cannot, so I can say Eric is only a guy, okay? I cannot say, I think I'm a girl, I'm a woman, that I can go to the female toilet, right? So I think this is something that we need to be very clear that this kind of ideology will need to go away. Of course, this ideology kind of crisis is very important because many people use this as a way to do things. You know, the States has been undergoing the 1960s, late 60s kind of a leftist movement. It has died down in the 80s, but there's a resurgence in the past 2 decades. And nowadays, the cultural Marxism has been in play. So we need to be very alert about all these things. And apart from it, I think it's about the CCP. Many people think that CCP is now not a communist country. It is called a socialist country, or even not social, it's a kind of a crony capitalist country. I think this is misplaced. It's still a lot of ingredients of communism is there, because communism will see that they believe in man-made rules rather than God-made rules. They believe in class struggle. They believe in no heavenly God. And this kind of thing is not kind of synchronizing with what we are thinking. So this kind of ideological struggle or kind of conflict will still be there. So many Americans really know clearly about communism, know clearly about CCP, and also to see that, to reflect on what we've been doing. If we are going to adaptive to these ideas, we need to step back and to see whether we can encourage others to really think the same. We will not use killings to do what we want to say. Okay, we will need to say persuasion and also open debate or even a close debate. Okay, to really do what we are saying. Second thing is that to step away from ties with CCP, PLC, because if there are too strong ties, like in diplomacy, we think that, it is just about money talks. Okay, money will not talk. And also the clear here is the ethos. There's totally different. So how can this be doing is that they live their own way, and to encourage those people in the CCP to really protest and also to fight against that autocracy. And I think for the human rights issue, it's not for human rights, it's for the conceptual change of the people. If you do not change the concept, then this will lead to nowhere because the fundamentals are totally different. So the US can do more about remain as a kind of preacher. You see a priest, not a priest, but you can really make sure the ideas are flowed into China to empower them, okay, to encourage them to do the necessary, because the US cannot fight a revolution in China by the US. Okay, they are in the Chinese for them to do. For them, for what we can say is this kind of ideas simulation, this ideas kind of this dissemination is the key for us to do. And if we can continue on this effort then I think this will lead to a different world. And the US will need to protect US from infiltration and corrosion by the CCP and also communist ideas. I think not necessarily CCP, but communist ideas, extreme leftist ideas. We can tolerate certain leftist ideas, but we will not be tolerating extreme leftist ideas because they're going too far-fetched. We can live in a world there's freedom of speech for many people, but if we go upon violence, and this is really not tolerable at all. So we need to be standing firm on our position, no matter which party that you are supporting, to hand in hand with the others. Like I know that many countries nowadays, like Canada, like some European countries, will need to step away from the US. Actually, they are not stepping away from the US. There are new ways to step away from the US, but also to empower them to think through clearly what they should think about and to take the leftist hats out of their own mind. Otherwise, this will lead them to decline rather than kind of independence and revival. Right? So it is something they need to think through. Yeah.